Good evening, Mayor Council, Dave Newland, Police Chief. One of our goals in our strategic plan was to bring back some of the youth programs, and I'm happy to announce that recently we reenacted the PAL program, the Police Athletic League. We actually have our first child we're going to sponsor on the traveling soccer team. I want to give credit to Captain Tony Sizemore. He put a lot of work in this program, getting it up and running again. Just want to give you a couple minutes to explain the program and kind of where we're at right now and the direction we're going towards.
Thank you, Chief. Good evening, everyone. Like the Chief said, I'm going to talk about our Police Athletic League very briefly, but I want to give a little history lesson. Our Police Athletic League started in 1994 when then Chief Arnold Gibbs brought the program here. And we ran our program under the business model of many other PAL programs that still operate today, where we had sworn officers and community members together actually having our own program, our own teams, and competing and mentoring, and we had a lot of success with that. Many successful young adults have moved on from our program. People have entered the service academies that have come through our program. And that business model ran from 1994 to the mid-2000s when we experienced the Great Recession, and a lot of our resources that were dedicated to a niche program like PAL had to be reconstituted, and we operated on essentials. And subsequently, when we needed it the most, unfortunately, our PAL program was shuttered. It was still on the books, technically, but we weren't able to fund it and operate it, and it essentially was dead. So recently, under the direction of Chief Newland, we got it going again, but this time with a new business model that could be scalable and not be reliant upon full-time people like we did, and try to insulate ourselves from what happened in the mid-2000s. And we have a three-legged stool for our new PAL program, which is referral, mentorship, and scholarship. And referral, our officers are well aware of the many different programs that the community already has to offer. No longer are we competing with a robust Papa Warner football program, Little League baseball, or our own Parks and Rec program. We augment them and refer them and represent in those programs. So when we come across at-risk children in the community, we talk to them and their parents and guardians and school officials about a way to enter a positive program and try to bridge that gap and connect them. That's our first referral. The second leg of our three-legged stool is mentorship and representation. We have over 25 police officers, civilian employees, and volunteers that are well represented in all programs here in Cape Coral, from scouting, Cub Scouts, Girl Scouts, gymnastics, golf, tennis, football, basketball, you name it. We're well represented, and we make we don't hide the fact that we're affiliated with the police department. We are very out and open that we are PAL volunteers, so that we are very visible, which is another tenet of the PAL program, is to have good community and police, especially youth and police interaction, very needed in today's society. And lastly, the third leg of the stool is scholarship. We have partnered with the Cape Coral Community Foundation, where we are a 501c3 charitable organization where you can receive tax-free donations, and we provide scholarships to youth who would otherwise not be able to participate in the programs that we represent and we refer people to. We find them through our partnerships in the community. We vet them. We meet with the families and determine that it is a good investment of our time and resources, and we provide them away. And we had our first, like the Chief mentioned, our first child under this new business model that we scholarshiped. He's in the Cape Coral Soccer Association. He's an elite level athlete who otherwise would not be able to do it due to family circumstances, and his grades are improving. His athleticism is continuing, and it starts with one child. We reach one child, and we're able to make a difference, and that's what we're here to do at the police department. And our new business model is scalable, so if we grow, we're able to help many more kids, and if we, due to economic conditions or you never know what might come about, we're able to scale the program down. If we only help one kid, we can help one kid, but it's a legitimate impact, or we can help hundreds of kids depending on how big we get. And last but not least, I just want to thank a couple of the people who have helped us get going again in this reboot. Spiro and Associates has donated quite a bit of professional effort and time for us. The Cape Coral Community Foundation, like I mentioned before. Jim Chouinard Accounting is also the Lee County Sheriff's Office equivalent of PAL. He donates pro bono work to them, and he's doing that for us. He's a Cape Coral resident and also has children in Cape Coral Youth Sports. And Control Room Martial Arts Center, who is run by a gentleman named Jack Hara, who is a graduate of our first incarnation of PAL in the 90s. And he is donating his time and his dojo and efforts in mentorship to helping us reboot this program. So we're very excited for 2017, what we have to offer. We've gotten some pretty big corporate donations. Very excited. Apple Corporation has donated quite a sum of money because one of their employees happens to be a part-time Cape Coral resident who donated. They do an employee matching, and we're well on our way. We've doubled the fund in the last quarter of 2016. So we're very excited. The funds are available. Every dollar in is a dollar out to help these children. So we're back in business. You can reach me. I'm here at the police department, Captain Tony Sizemore, capecops.com/PAL. And I'm glad to be back in business. Thank you.